you were telling about the concept of body and soul, and the primary distinction was that the body is temporary and the soul is not.
Yeah.
But why? What is the problem with the identification of body, and why can't I just be like, so I live 75 years, I'm a body, I identify with the body, and then I die, and then my life gets over. Like, what's the problem with this point of
There is no problem. Really no problem at all. If someone wants to live like that, yeah, please live. We are not telling anybody that your life is a problem, I am giving you a solution. No. What we are saying is that you are trying to be happy. I have a better version to be happy. Right? If someone tells, no, I am happy with my version of happiness, sure. I don't know if you have been to India. Have you been to India? Have you seen pigs on the street? You have seen? Have you seen pig's family with small piglets?
Yeah.
These pigs, they are in the gutter, right? In the drainage. That's where they have real recreation every day. They really enjoy it. You can't distinguish your happiness or anyone's happiness just from the perspective of happiness with that happiness. Right? They're happy. You can see that they're happy. You can actually see they're just really having a good time. Yeah. But when you see from your perspective, would you like to be happy like that?
No.
Like that, exactly like that. That you also get to play like that. You want to eat like that.
How much ever distress I have,
You wouldn't want to do that, right? So you can distinguish then that there is a difference between what you perceive as happiness from a pig's plane of reference and from your plane of reference, right? But it is happiness. But there is a difference, right? Now you only said right now that no matter how distressed you are, life is going really bad, but you don't be happy like that, right? So the question is, why not? Why not?
Because I'm experiencing a higher level of happiness compared to that. I'm not living in the mud, I'm not living in the gutter.
Yeah, you have a nice home, you have a nice kitchen, you cook nice, right? They fight also sometimes, they have their territory. Somebody else enters the territory and they really don't like it. They just go and fight it out, and then so they live a life which is a form of life. I'm not creating a discrimination against them. What I'm trying to say is that in that plane of existence there is happiness, and someone who is living in that plane of existence, they're conditioned to that plane of happiness. The story in Shastras wherein Indra, the devata the chief of devatas, he was cursed once to become a pig. He became a pig. And usually a curse always has, it comes with some sort of expiration date. So at the end of the the whole period in which he had to be a pig, at the end of it, Brahma came, and Brahma asked, "You are not a pig. You are Indra. You live in heaven. Please come back." And the pig said, "Sorry, I don't know who you are. I'm really happy in my life. Look at my piglets. I'm happy here. I don't want to come anywhere. Sorry." Right? The point is, irrespective of where we are put in, we get conditioned. Right? Few years ago, the entire world was wearing masks. Right? It was put out. I'm not pro or anti or anything. I'm just saying from the perspective of just observing it, how the whole world before, I'm allergic to dust, so even before COVID, when I used to visit India, sometimes in the cities, I used to wear a mask. And people used to come to me and ask me, "Are you okay? Are you sick or something?" Right? And then suddenly there is COVID and everybody is just normal to wear a mask. So human mind is agile. You can train. You can change habits. Now, our whole proposal is that this agile mind, if you can train it, if you can get onto a higher state of existence, if we can get into a situation wherein I experience happiness, but on an eternal level, in consciousness level, right? That's the meaning of Sat Chit Ananda. It's on an eternal level, it's on consciousness level. It's happiness which is there. So if I can reach that place, if I can reach that plane of existence, now think about it, how wonderful that would be, right? So it's not really, that I lose something out. I gain, I end up getting so much more than what I'm getting now. So if someone thinks that no, just leave me out, I don't want to play this game of whatever. So that's why I always tell that in Vedic view, spirituality or Adhyatma is not about the future. If we build up Krishna consciousness in a way that I am telling you that the whole goal of life is to go back somewhere, you need to die, go and live with Krishna, you need to go back somewhere. If that's the goal, a rational mind can never accept it. Never. Unless you start putting some faith, some trust, some belief. But how do you put trust and belief when you don't know? It becomes blind then. Yeah. So for a rational mind, it becomes much more easier to understand. You can become happy now. Not after death. Experience happiness now. You don't need to die. Our goal is not to die and then go somewhere. Majority of even spiritual people think like that. What's your perfection? I want to go to Krishna. Why? And they start thinking, why? Right? And they're like, because I don't want to take birth again. Then like, why? So I have done these experiments with a lot of people. It's like 2-3 layer depth and that's it. They're like, they're like, they get into a loop, like why, right? And then they're like, I just want to do it. I just believe, I just trust. But that's not what it is. You can't really build Adhyatma based on a post-dated check. What's a post-dated check? And you give a check today, you can't encash it today. The date is somewhere in the future. If someone gives a post-dated check, it's really risky, right? Because you don't know if they will have money, if you can really get it, because it has no much value today. You just need to take it on a face value that, okay, maybe this guy is is trustworthy or whatever. Yeah. So for a rational intellectual mind, it becomes really difficult to accept any sort of religious propaganda then, which is like, okay, you have to die. Because on a reality, no one who has died has come back to you and told, Sweda, I just died. This is how was the experience. Right? I just died. I was a Krishna conscious person. So this is what happened. Somebody else died. I was not a Krishna conscious person and this is what happened to me. So there's just no way, right? A few years ago, I was giving my Dutch exams. And, and when you have any exam for that matter, you have like model questions and like what can be asked and what are the answers, and there are some other people who have given the exams and they come back and tell this is how the experience was, right? Now if we think that's such a situation wherein you just don't know, but then there is nobody who has undergone that situation and coming back and telling you this is how it was, and then you build your whole spiritual perfection as a function of something which you have no experience yourself, and nobody else who have undergone is coming back and telling you. How should anybody accept this, Right? Or why should anybody accept this? And the only answer is like, oh no, put faith. Just trust. But why? So we have a better proposal. You can experience happiness now. No post-it check. Today. You put yourself in Krishna consciousness, chant Hare Krishna, be a servant of Krishna, be happy today. Yeah? We don't need to die to go somewhere and to be happy somewhere later. No. You can be happy today. Krishna is everywhere. I don't need to go searching for somewhere. Oh, where is he?
In the sky.
Yeah, somewhere. I need to go somewhere. I need to die, and then maybe the majority of our, even in our modern day communities, they think like this. What do you want to do? I want to go to Krishna. How? In a spaceship somewhere, or how exactly do you want to go to Krishna? When we understand that Krishna is telling, no, serve here. Right? Same shloka. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yudhyacha. So when we come to this consciousness that I want to serve Krishna all the time, that's the perfection of my life. So no matter what is going on, I keep serving Krishna. And in that consciousness, if someone leaves the body, they continue to live in that consciousness, but then there is no change. You're already living in that consciousness, and that's the meaning of eternal happiness then.
If death doesn't change it.
It doesn't change it because you're already living like that. If someone is not living like that, death also will not change anything then. Because I had an opportunity to live Krishna conscious where I misused it. And then, yeah, okay, fine. And the progression will continue, but doesn't mean that, oh, somehow I just need to die. You know, what do you need to do? I want to go to Krishna. What do you need to do for that? I need to die. So that's not what we're saying. No. Live with Krishna now. We can live with Krishna now. And that anybody can accept then. Right?
Yeah.
It's on a very rational level. Everybody is seeking happiness. We have a better approach. Be happy like this. This happiness is not giving you hangover. Yeah, you can be happy perpetually. Yeah. Hare Krishna.